What's up guys, I'm Fred with 1320 Video and welcome to our 7th installment of 1320 Video's monthly wrap-up. In case this is the first time you guys have watched one of our monthly wrap-up videos, here's a little recap of what we're going to talk about throughout the video. Number 1, we're going to go over our favorite moments for the last month. Number 2, we're going to read some mean comments from our YouTube channel. Number 3, we're going to answer some questions you guys had for the crew. And last but not least, number 4, we're going to go over all the events we're going to be at in the month of October. First up, we got the video of Big Chief's 3-second pass. We went down to No Mercy. It's a big radial race, probably the biggest one in the country. It was during a qualifying pass and really nobody thought Big Chief's car could do a 3-second pass. It's got a little baby motor in it, twin turbos, but they still didn't think the Chromot could do a 3-second pass. He went out there in the heat of the day and he put down a 399 pass. That was very impressive. Congratulations to him on his first 3. Congratulations to Big Chief for getting his first 3-second pass. And hopefully when Lights Out comes around in the spring, we'll see him go even faster. Also, when we were down in No Mercy, you guys have probably all heard of Stevie Fast and his car, the Shadow. It's a big block screw blower car. It's a grudge car. He went down there, made some good test passes, qualifying passes. We went up to go race Dwayne Mills, and front end got up on him a little bit. He pedaled it, but it wasn't enough. And when we got back in it, it just gave it all the power, and the thing flew. Quite literally. Like, for all of us, we've seen some pretty bad wrecks, but I think that was probably, safe to say, one of the worst ones we've ever seen. The car just went up and kind of looked like it floated there, and then came down, hit the wall. Thank God it didn't go on the other side of the wall. It was upside down, sliding across the track. We've all seen some bad wrecks before, but the scariest part was when the car came to a stop, it immediately caught on fire, and Stevie wasn't out of the car yet, which we were all kind of worried about. But Stevie eventually got out of the car, they put the fire out. The craziest part about it was that not many people knew. Stevie got out of his car, went to get checked in with the medics, went back to his trailer, and then when they finished up cleaning up the track, he was helping stage the next guy at the very next race. So he wrecked his car, went to his trailer, changed, and then was at the starting line after destroying his car, helping another racer stage. So that was pretty awesome. So the guys went down to drag week. They found the Australians, and they always bring something crazy. This year it was kind of a ratchet looking Chevelle, but had twin turbos sticking out the hood that just made it look crazy. They were twin 74mm turbos, pushing air through a 540 cubic inch big block. They said it made about 1,300 wheel horsepower. The thing was just insane, wasn't just insane looking. It actually made some pretty good passes. I think the best pass of the week that they did was at 884 at 156 miles an hour. The car just looked at it. If it wasn't for the turbo sticking out the hood, it would have been a sleeper car for sure. So when we were down in Texas for TX2K, we found a 2JZ powered Honda to S2000 on the street. Makes about 1,100 horsepower. Took it out for a little fun. He was racing anything from other 1,000, 1,100 horsepower Supras, a couple of those, 1,000 horsepower Coyotes. He literally raced everybody. The car did extremely well for what it is. He had some Mickey Thompsons on the back to help with traction, but the car was really impressive to us. It's pretty light. 2JZ powered, nice big turbo on it, 1,100 horsepower, great combo. So another big thing happened when we were down in No Mercy. The 275 radial world record was reset by Ziff Hudson. He has a Fox body with a 527 cubic inch big block. He's got a single 118mm turbo. I think it's the biggest one that Precision makes. He's got a single 118mm turbo hanging out the front of the car. In his second round of qualifying, he went out there just make a pass. He did a 405 at 186 miles an hour, resetting the world record for 275 radial, and it was just insane. Everybody was like, what the I think the previous record was 414, so he beat it by almost a whole 10, which is just crazy. Hopefully when we go back to Lights Out in the spring, they have the car even faster and we just keep setting records. These radial cars, it seems like every other weekend, radial cars are out there setting records, so be on the lookout for these cars. One of my favorite moments from the past month is we went down to Texas Invitational. You guys don't know what Texas Invitational is. It's basically the Super Bowl for roll racing. You have T1 with their 2,500 horsepower GTR. Underground Racing's always there with, it seems like they always bring like 20,000 horsepower amongst all the cars they have. Dallas Performance comes out there. All the big shops, pretty much. D3 Performance comes out there. Anybody who's anybody brings their big ass cars there with making huge power. They do some roll racing. If you guys don't know who Bob Helms is, Bob Helms, he's a veteran of Texas Invitational. I think he said his first time going was October 2011. He has a UGR Lambo. It's definitely more than 2,200 horsepower. They don't really tell us exactly the horsepower numbers, but it's over 22, probably closer to 23, 2,400 horsepower. Bob Helms is 71 years old. He looks like anybody's grandpa, and he goes out there and he races his own car. He doesn't have anybody else do it for him, nothing. He gets behind the wheel and drives the thing. He set the new track record at 213 miles an hour on Friday during testing, and then he battled all the way through the King of the Streets class, and he ended up going 215 miles an hour against Giddy in the final, taking home the crown of King of the Street. Congratulations to Bob, congratulations to UGR. They went 2 years in a row winning. in the King of the Streets class. So if you guys haven't seen the video, go watch it. It's pretty fucking cool. All right, guys, those were our favorite months for the month of October. I'm gonna turn it over to Jacob. He's gonna read some mean comments from our YouTube channel, and I'll be back with you guys for Q&A.
Welcome to episode 7, Mean Comments. I'm Jacob. I'm the video editor, and I'm gonna be reading mean comments for you guys today. This is my second time back, and I'm pretty pumped to get this going. Let's get into it. First off, we got Jack Me Off. This is his name.
Not his fucking name. How did you get that name?
All right, Jack Me Off. I got a bone to pick with you. Wasn't Drag Week almost 2 weeks ago? Plus, everyone's heard about this car, losing interest in 1320. If it wasn't for Cleese's Garage, wouldn't be watching at all. Well, Mr. Me Off, what do you expect? I'm sick and tired of you giving me hell about not posting it yesterday. If you want it edited, you come over here and do it. Plus, everyone's heard about this car. I doubt that. Seth, have you heard of this car? I don't even know what car.
Oh, I heard of it then.
Don't let the door hit you, all right? Next comment. You Catch Me 1000 RR says, say Bob one more time, motherfucker, I dare you. I triple dog dare you. Bob, what now? Yeah. Next question. AE86 Miami says, these f***ers been watching too much Fast and Furious. Your name says AE86 Miami, you jackhole. You wish you were in the Fast and Furious. I Am Sue from the Rich commented on LA Street Racing. He said, pussy ass bitches talking shit about Cali when all you do is fucking roll race. LMAO, East Coast got no clue. I don't even know, is that Ebonics? What language you speaking? I don't know if that's directed to us or towards someone else in the comments, but tone it down, all right? Next question. C-Star35 says, good interview, but horrible filming, LOL. Well, if you don't like the filming, you can come do it, all right? Let's see your footage, huh? Yeah. Dab. Jikmati, I don't even know how to say his name. Jikmati, Arena Steak Bacon? 0 subscribers, by the way. Too bad the thumping bass gangster beat was dubbed in. It adds nothing positive to this video. I disagree. That is a dank beat, all right? And you came here for that music, so get out of here. But for real, that's all I got for you guys. Hope you enjoyed it. I know it gets pretty fierce in the comment section. You guys get pretty fired up. Don't take life too seriously. Have a great day. I'm out. Peace.
All right, guys, every month we do this. We ask you guys to send in some questions for us, questions for the crew. We do our best to answer as many as we can, so here we go. How long have you been growing your beard? I don't really know the answer because I've always had something there, and then it was probably about a year ago I just let it go. Luckily, Kyle doesn't care that I have a beard, unlike some other employers, so thanks, Kyle. You get the sporting beard, and this is how a lot of people identify me, actually, when we're at events. So, out of all the cars you've ridden in, which one would you say has the most bald eagles or dragons under the hood? I'm gonna go ahead and say, I don't know what like the Italian thing for like dragons or bald eagles would be, but like a UGR Lambo is probably, that's the fastest thing I've ridden in. It was by far just the most ridiculous ride I've ever been in. Whatever the Italian version of a bald eagle or a dragon is. Which country has the best car scene that you guys have been to? Like street racing scene, I'm gonna say Sweden. They just know how to do it over there. They do it different than everybody else, and it's very together. There's no people in front of the cars for dig racing. There's like, they do it legit over there. Texas in general is pretty good for roll racing, but there's good highways all over the place. So it really depends on the type of car stuff you're talking about. Who's the first one that always has to stop and use the restroom on long trips? It's probably Kyle. I mean, we all stop, but I feel like it's Kyle. I asked a couple of the other guys, they're gonna remain nameless, but it was Seth. I asked Seth and he said Kyle. Who would you guys not let drive on long road trips in fear of bad driving? That's an easy one. That's gonna be one of our photographers named Whitty. We let him drive the Suburban once, and I think everybody got out and they kissed the ground because of how shitty his driving was. He thinks it's funny, but we're not fans of his driving. I think this is in reference to us bagging Kenton's BMW. It says, why would you ruin a car by stancing it? Have you ever seen a bag 5 Series? Because they look really fucking good. So that's all I got for that. It looks good, so it's what he wanted to do. You do whatever you want to your car. Probably have a big like ricer wing on it and big fender flares and rep wheels on your car. So I'm just assuming here, but that's probably a pretty safe bet. What was each of y'all's first car? I think Kyle's first car was a Neon. My first car was a hand-me-down. It was a 1984 Econoline van with a conversion top. So I had like a 9-inch TV that was like this big and then like that deep. That's what I drove to high school. back in the day. I'm not sure what everybody else had for their first car. Probably other shitty cars. That's just what you get for your first car. What's the worst crash you've ever filmed? I'm gonna say Stevie Fast at No Mercy 7 like this last month. That was just an insane thing to be at in person to see, because the car literally just went up and floated there and then came down, and the car was on fire, it was upside down, and it was just insane. We've seen some bad wrecks, but for me, I'm gonna say that one was probably the worst one I've ever filmed in person. I love your Snapchat stories. How much has Snapchat grown your audience, or is it just another tool like YouTube? It seems to make your crew more known and personal. Well, I will say this, Seth and I were in Phoenix for Streetcar Takeover. We didn't have a Snapchat account, and we thought, why don't we have one? So we made one, and then Kyle started using it a lot, and we're all starting to use it a lot. Last year, like unless you knew what, normally you don't see Kyle's face when in the videos, you just hear his voice. Nobody really knew what Kyle looked like, I guess. There was a few, like good friends of ours knew what Kyle looked like, but since using Snapchat, people know us by name and face. They'll come up and introduce themselves. Everybody's going up to Kyle and asking for autographs. They know who he is now. They know his personality and everything because of Snapchat. It just makes us more personable to you guys. It just makes us real people, because we're just car guys just like you guys. So how often do you guys hire new people other than friends? Right now, we don't really need to. All of us were just a big group of car friends from Omaha. There's about 5 of us that are full-time. All of the other guys that help out in like the merch booth, or if we happen to need another angle filming, guys will take off Friday and come with us on a trip. Right now, we don't really need to hire anybody that we don't already know. That's kind of good for us, but I'm sure eventually we'll get big enough that we'll need to hire some more people. And when that time comes, I'm sure we'll get thousands of inquiries on wanting jobs. So you guys have any other jobs other than 1320? Like I said, there's five of us that are full-time for Kyle. Everybody else has a regular job, and then they come help out when they can on the weekends, or even they come help load the merch booth or load the merch trailer. Everybody else has other jobs. Where's the 3DX Evo? Okay, if you guys don't know, 3DX Evo, I think the best number it made was like a 960 horsepower, something like that. It might have got over 1,000, I'm not really sure. He sold the car. When he sold it, it got shipped to, it was over in Europe. The guy had it for a while, drove it, and apparently it's been parted out. The car still exists. It doesn't have an engine and shit like that, apparently. So what did Kyle do with his turbo Mustang? For those of you that don't know, apparently this guy's been following us for a while, because Kyle did used to own a turbo Mustang. It was called the Boostang, and one second. He took it to one of our local cars, one of our World of Wheels, and this was his plaque that he made for it. We found this in the basement just today when God asked the question. It was a turbocharged 2000 Ford Mustang. I think it was a 62mm turbo. I don't know much else about it other than what's on here. That's his little plaque for the car. He sold the car many years ago. He did used to own one, and I don't think he knows where the car is anymore. We don't know where it is. Fun fact, Kyle used to own a turbo Mustang. And if you guys want to like go look at it in person, like see it race, you can buy our Volume 2. This is the second DVD we ever made. You can go buy it on our store. There's the Boostang right there, right on the cover. So if you guys want to see it in action from 2000 to 2005, if you want to see the car in action from 2005, go order Volume 2 and you'll be, by the way, that's our old logo right there. I don't know if you can see that. That's our old 1320 logo. Some throwback stuff right there. All right, guys, here's our last segment of the video. This is where we're gonna go over all the events we're gonna be going to in November. November 2nd through the 6th, we're gonna be in Mechanicsville, Maryland. We're gonna be at MIR, Import versus Domestic World Cup Final. Pretty much the biggest import race in the US. All the fastest imports gonna be there. There might be some 5-second passes out of these things. You got rotaries, you got Toyotas, Hondas, anything. I know you guys don't think, some of you guys don't think imports are fast, but these things are fast. You'll see some 6-second Honda Civics, that's just insane. We'll be there. It's gonna be nice and cold like it was last year, I'm sure. But we'll be there November 2nd through the 6th. If you guys want to see some really fast imports coming out, it'll be a good time. All right, November 18th and 19th, we're going to be in Houston, Texas for Streetcar Takeover. Friday night, we're going to be at KP Racing for their night meet / dyno thing. Saturday is all day racing at Lone Star Motorsports Park. I think they have like 2 or 3 classes for roll racing and then like 9 classes for drag racing. So if you have a car and you come to the track and you want to race, there's going to be a class for you. Come on out. It's going to be a good time. We'll see you there. November 25th and 26th, we're gonna be in Tulsa, Oklahoma at Tulsa Motorsports Park for Redemption No Prep. The Redemption No Prep series has been going on for a little while. Pretty well known. There's gonna be some big cars out there. Come out to Tulsa Motorsports Park. November 25th, 26th, we'll be there. We'll be there filming, selling merchandise, all that good stuff. There are gonna be some crazy no prep cars there. So we'll see you guys out there. All right, guys, that's all the events we're gonna be going to in November as of right now. For most of the events that we go to, we take our huge 40-foot merchandise trailer filled with all the goodies you can think of. It's getting nice and cold out, so we'll have hoodies, leggings, yoga pants, all the t-shirts, beanies, anything you want. But if you guys can't come out to an event that we're gonna be at, not to worry. We have a store online on our website, 1320video.com, where you can buy all the merchandise you want and have it shipped directly to you at your house. On our store online, we just added a brand new DVD. It's Texas Streets Evade. We have it in regular DVD and Blu-ray. We also have it in a digital download, so if you guys don't want to wait for it, you guys don't want to catch this at an event, buy it and download it, and it'll be right there instantly. You just got to download it. You guys can watch it within minutes. It's one of the most anticipated street racing videos, I think, of all year. So if you guys want to see some really good street racing from down in Mexico, go pick up your copy right now. Well, that's going to go ahead and do it for this month's monthly wrap-up video. Be sure to stay up to date on all of our social media. We got Facebook, Instagram. Hope you guys enjoyed it. We'll see you guys next month. Oh yeah, make sure you follow Kenton with 1320 Video on Facebook. Oh, I just got a question. What's your favorite boy band? It's NSYNC, if you guys were wondering. It's NSYNC, so you guys.